Alright, today I'm bringing you a sealed deck instead of a draft, just to switch things up, because I haven't really done that many drafts since, well, I've done, I think, one draft since my last one. It was clear then that I wasn't really too confident with the format, but I have done a bunch of sealeds. I did like 10 or so in the release week, and sealed is generally similar regardless of the format. So here's my pool. I can see events before anything, but I'll sort by rarity see what the bombs are. Okay, so white seems like it's probably going to get played. Dissipation Field we can throw away because it's irrelevant. Contested War Zone much the same. And Copperland Gorge is kind of a fixer, but not something that's going to decide our colours. Live Eyelash is decent, but these are the three really good ones. And they are pretty good. So, I mean, at this point, it's safe to say I will be playing white, so I can add those to the deck straight away. In which case, I can also add the other good white cards. So that's Relic Water. It's a Great Sable Stag. Arrest is pretty good. And that's it. So what I normally do next is look at the artifacts and, well, I'll sort by color now. So I'll go to the artifacts and look at the ones that I'm more likely to, well, I'm likely to definitely play. Um, so in which case we'd need, well, we definitely play Contagion Clasp, almost definitely play Echo Wellspring because the fact that it replaces itself is just decent, basically. Almost definitely play Palladium Mirror and no other definites, I suppose. The ones that we could play, I guess. Live by Lash. I'm not really a big fan of Signal Pest. I mean, you'd need a really focused, aggressive deck to make it work. Otherwise, it's often just a mulligan. Messiah is decent. Silvermere is decent. That's an almost definite, but I won't add it straight away. Sphere of the Suns is decent. Replica's decent in blue, so I'll add it there. This replica's decent in green. Clone Shell's decent. Chrome Steed only really good with a bunch of artifacts, which it doesn't look like we have, so we'll probably leave that out for now. And then we look at the colours. I suppose Banishment Decree might make it. Um, oh, Gorvasal, that's fairly good. I almost definitely play that, I guess. It's almost removal. So yeah, now we look at the colours. So blue, take out the ones that we're not going to play. So I guess I'll put them in this pile. Scrap Diver Serpent, almost definitely not going to play. The Full Dissipation Field we got rid of. I don't really like Invisimancer. I mean, it's good if you've got like a really aggressive deck with heavy blue, but it's very unlikely I'll get that. So a lot of the time I find it's just kind of not what I want it to do. It's not aggressive enough and it's not defensive enough. So Treasure Mage finds literally nothing, so we can get rid of that. Um, Double Mirror and Spy probably won't play that, so we can take one of those out. But blue seems pretty deep. No standout bombs other than I guess Venser, but it seems pretty deep, and we look like we're going to need playable. So blue potentially the one we're going to go for. Black's got Skin Render, Morbid Plunder, and well, Fume Spitter's fine, but not much else. So we can discard black at this point. There's just not enough playables. Let's see what red's got. Red is pretty much always the best color in sealed, so we'll see if it matches up to its reputation. Flame Fiend's a bomb. Blast Shatter are both very decent. Blister 6 very decent. Kind of shallow though, like it stops there. This card's fine, this card's fine, and these are all subpar main deck. Um, Replica is good. Slice in Twain is very good. Corrupt is very good. Again, it kind of runs out. I mean, I suppose Tangle Hulk's fine, but I mean, we definitely wouldn't play Copperhorn Scout. We definitely wouldn't play main deck Pistol Strike, I think. I suppose we might do, but it doesn't look like we're going to be infect, so it seems unlikely that we'll need it. And having done that, green is also too shallow because we've only got 9 here, I suppose. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 if we include all the artifacts that are decent. 15 because we'd be green, so we'd have copper here. But even so, I suppose I forgot to put this in the red. But even so, I just don't think I'd have enough playables because we'd have 15, 16, 17, 18, then we'd have to choose 4 cards out of the decent ones. So I'll start by just adding the blue cards and see how that ends up. I mean, it's kind of a shame that the colors I'm playing are the ones with my 3 bombs, but Just seems like that's the way it's worked out, to be honest. So Venza goes in, that goes in, that goes in. I'll just start by adding the good ones. Do I have anything that's good with vivisection? I have Mearsire, I could have Clone Shell. Uh, I'll leave vivisection out for now. Oh, I really like Oculus actually, and he's good with vivisection. I usually like having at least one bounce spell if I'm blue. Let's see how aggressive we are, I guess, because just wondering if I want to play the Serum Rakers. I'll just thought another option I could do is green and red, because my blue's not actually that powerful. It's got Venser, but the other cards aren't that powerful. So I could actually go green and red and have kind of splashing Shatter Blast, and then have the powerful green cards. Because we've got Sphere of the Suns as well, so I'll look at that in a second. I mean, I'm definitely playing white because Rebirth and Hero are just that powerful. So it's just the question of do we go blue for Venser? So yeah, I'll just add, I guess I will add these because I don't really have that many 4-drops, and these are pretty much always decent. So Oculus and Miss are the only really good things with Vivisection, so we probably won't play those. Don't really have enough artifacts to make Spire Serpent good. Same with Kurtark, so we can add that to the non-playables. I'm not a big fan of Holt Order, but I suppose we could play it. Um, Not a big fan of Sphere of the Suns either, unless I'm definitely splashing. But again, we've got kind of the 3 bombs we can ramp into from turn 2, so could play that. Overall, though, my blue doesn't actually look that good. I'll try the red-green build like I mentioned. I don't really like splashing in Seal, to be honest, but well, I don't like splashing in Limited at all. No, wrong card. But we don't seem to have enough playables to make the blue build work. So I'll try again with green. Coppermere goes in. The powerful cards go in. This goes in. Um, we'll see how many creatures I have before I add Clone Shell. So Shatter and where is it? Galvanic Blast. I suppose Blister Stick would make it 2. Blight Widow's good. So how many is that? That's 19. What about that Tanglehawk? Tanglehawk's pretty good. I quite like Tanglehawk. Um, because we're playing red, we could add Spin Engines, but it's not really the kind of card I'm happy to play in this kind of deck. I kind of want to play Flame Fiend as well, but I don't think I could play a deck with double green, double white, and double red. I just get screwed too often. Um, This is still only 20, so I still kind of have to find a couple of extra cards to add. Because the thing is, I mean, this doesn't have any straight bombs. It's got some very decent cards, but then it's also got the infect non-infect split and a bit more awkward mana costs. So I think what I'll do is, because it's got a bunch of artifacts and enchantment removal, if my opponent seems to have a lot of artifacts and enchantments I want to kill, I can board into that. But for now, I think I'd rather just stick to the blue-white plan. Just for the consistency, because I have the 3 bombs, I'm happy to prioritize consistency. And so, yeah, I don't really need to go 3 colors just because of playables. I'll happily play a few subpar cards just to keep the consistency. Because the thing is, I mean, this curve's quite low. I suppose I need to add a couple of cards. I could add Banishment Degree, actually. I don't mind Banishment Degree. The fact that it's instant is really good. You often get people with that. So yeah, I wouldn't add any of those. The cards that could come in are Sphere of the Suns, Clone Shell, which I've forgotten is Serum Raker, Clone Shell, which could find a Hero Blade hold, it could find, say, Sky School, but other than that, not a whole lot, so I probably won't play the Clone Shell. Um, because, I mean, it could equally put events or a rebirth on the bottom, although I suppose it could also dig closer to them, but it's more frustrating when you put it on the bottom, so I don't really want to play it. Um, so yeah, looking again at Vivisection, I suppose Vivisection is almost a combo with Serum Raker, where you don't mind discarding a card because you're about to draw three, although it's not really a combo. So that's 21. Because I'm playing Sphere of the Suns, I'll probably play 23 and 17. So I've got Silver Mirror and Sphere of the Suns. So I need another card. Now I just need to decide, do I want Vivisection? Twisted Image, probably not. Mirror and Spy, potentially, just as a blocker. Um, could have Scrap Diver Serpent as a finisher. Because my curve is quite low, so I want something to be a game breaker. I mean, I suppose I've got Venture and Rebirth for that. Blade Opinions don't have enough creatures, and they're not very big. Invisimancer again, I don't really have any big creatures, and a lot of them have flying already. I've got Sky School, 2 Serum Raker, so that's not really worth it. Seize Initiative again, not enough creatures. This is kind of the not enough creatures to make them good pile. Um, Having said I don't have enough creatures, I might actually play this Vivisection. In fact, no. I just literally don't have enough creatures. I mean, it'll be great when I get it with Messiah, but when I get it and I don't have Messiah, I'll just have a mulligan in my hand. In which case, I might actually play this Sea Serpent just as a bit of late game. Because in sealed, obviously. I mean, in draft, not so much if you've got a good curve and, well, if you've got a low curve and synergy, you're fine. But in sealed, especially, you want at least one or two cards that you can cast for 7. Just as a way of kind of countering flood, basically. Um, Other than that, yeah, I think I'm happy with this version of the deck. We'll see how it goes. A couple of cards I can board in, like if I want to go defensive, I can board in Mirror and Spy, Sea Serpent, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll see how this deck goes, and I'll see you for round 1 once I've added lands. 8-9. Yeah, it seems fair enough. I mean, I've got roughly the same amount of double blue and double white, but Relic Water just about tips it. So yeah, 8-9, submit. See you for round 1.